Tanbi was quiet as the two groups fully digested the information that was presented to them. Though the image she painted was horrifying, she maintained a calm demeanor. Seeing the branch manager not panicking and keeping a steady mindset, James felt reassured slightly. It was as though Tanbi understood the situation and proactively took steps in case things progressed towards the worst-case scenario. I guess that answers whether we'll be accepting this request or not. Adam sighed in frustration. He ran his hands through his hair before sliding a hand down his face. Yes, that does seem to be the case. Sam nodded in agreement. Even if no one accepted the request, and I had a journey on my own, he clenched his teeth together as though the scene of innocent people getting devoured was still in his mind. You wouldn't be going alone, Naylor said with a frown. There's no self-respecting dwarf that would allow innocent children to be placed into danger. His fists were clenched in anger. Sam placed a hand on Naylor's shoulder in appreciation. I see that neither of our groups is willing to turn down this request now. Mim turned to look at James. James directed his attention to Mim and said, I can't imagine how we can after knowing what could happen. Even if it's a slight chance of it happening, we need to move forward on this. Next to him, James felt Maya hold his hand to show that he had her support. Though he was worried about taking on such a dangerous mission, it was better to know that he had Maya. With her next to him, a part of him felt like the danger of death would be lessened if it meant Maya was with him. Even if death wasn't something they needed to worry about in the simulation, adventurers began to have a sinking feeling that there was a mental cost. It was the reason why having people that could be counted on was so crucial. The experience of walking through the portal after dealing with death was easier when having supported people in the team. James couldn't help but empathize with people who couldn't continue being adventurers due to the continual trauma. He could imagine different adventurers from the underground city placed in the same situation as both of their teams. It was possible that those adventurers could just end up fleeing to another city, or leaving the simulation and quitting as adventurers. In the underground city, there's no need to worry about danger. Whether intentional or not, the city did a great job at distracting people from their current reality. Despite the luxury that surrounded them, beyond the underground city, the world was engulfed in chaos and death. Thinking about the image that Tanbi painted, it was not hard to think about people in the real world who didn't have the fortune of being inside the underground city. While the people relaxed, thousands, if not millions, of people were struggling to survive against whatever was out there in the world. Being aware of the reality also helped James in his decision. At some point, we'll need to go into a situation far more dangerous than what the branch manager has requested. But then, it'll be without the benefit of being able to be resurrected. James took a deep breath as he reminded himself. Thank you for accepting my unreasonable request, Tanbi said to both groups. There was a slight smile of appreciation. Clearly, she wasn't happy that their situation had forced her to make the two teams take on a likely impossible mission. Which was why she was relieved to hear the decision to take on the difficult task.